Hello people, welcome to my YouTube channel Successful Learning. So as you know, we have started the series of cell organelles. We have completed mitochondria and a plasma membrane. Now this is the next topic is our chloroplast. Okay, so let's get started. The word chloroplast is derived from a Greek word chloros, which means green, and the plast, which means the one who forms. Chloroplast are a green. Chloroplast is derived from a Greek word. What is Greek word? Chloros, which means green. The word chloros means green and the plast means the one who forms. Chloroplast are a membrane-bound plastid that contain a network of a membrane embedded into a liquid matrix and harbor a photosynthetic pigment called as a chlorophyll. These are a membrane-bound plastid and it has a network of a membrane embedded into a liquid matrix. What is a liquid matrix called as a stroma and harbor a photosynthetic pigment called as a chlorophyll. This is the definition. Okay, this is the definition of a chloroplast. Okay, and as you know, there are three types of a plast. They are leucoplast, chromoplast and chloroplast. Leucoplast helps in a storage and chromoplast helps to give the color or impart the color, different colors to the flower, petals, everything. Okay, and chloroplast, as you know, it is green in color and filled with a pigment called as a chlorophyll and it is the most important plast. Okay, समझ आई? Now it is this chlorophyll pigment impart a green color to the plant part. It impart green color to the leaves, stem, branches, etc. Okay, and serve to capture light energy. As you know, chloroplast produces the photosynthetic pigment. Photosynthetic pigment and carry out process of photosynthesis. Then it requires light energy. So it captures light energy. Okay. Chloroplasts are found in the cells of a mesophyll plant. Chloroplasts are found in the cells of a mesophyll in a plant leaves and there are generally over 30 to 40 per mesophyll cells. As you know, it is found in a mesophylls in a plant leaves and there are generally 30 to 40 per mesophyll cell. Okay, you can take screenshot from here. And next, chloroplasts are a site of photosynthesis in a eukaryotic cell and they are present in a photosynthetic cells like plant cell and algae, and it is absent in a animal and a bacterial cell. As I told you, it is a it carry out photosynthesis. The main function of a chloroplast is carry out a photosynthesis and it is present only in a plant cell and algae. As you know, plant and algae carry out a photosynthesis and they are green in color. They carry out photosynthesis. These are autotrophs. While animal cells and bacterial cells and we including human beings we are heterotrophs. We directly depends upon a plants. Okay. Next, structure of a chloroplast. What is the structure of a chloroplast? Chloroplast found in higher plants are generally biconvex or plano-convex in shape. Okay, I'll show the structure of a chloroplast. Look at this structure. It generally looks like a biconvex or a plano-convex shape. It's generally, sorry for this diagram. It's not eye-like, but biconvex structure. Okay, this is the structure of a chloroplast. Chloroplast found in a mesophyll cells in a plant leaves. Found in a cells of a mesophyll plant leaves. Okay, in different plant, chloroplast have a different shape. They varies from spheroid, filamentous, saucer shaped, discoid shaped and ovoid in shape. There are different shapes of a chloroplast in a different plants. And they are vascular and have a colorless center. Chloroplast, these are vascular and have a colorless center, and some chloroplast is in a shape of club. They have a thin middle zone and the ends are filled with these ends are filled with chlorophyll pigment. Okay, this is the structure. They are club in shape. Some of them are club in shape and they have a thin middle zone and ends are filled with chlorophyll pigment. And in algae, it has a single huge chloroplast that appears a network or a spiral band. Okay, the size of a chloroplast varies from species to species. In contrast, it is constant for a given cell type. As you know, the shape of a chloroplast differ from different plant to plant, and here the size of a chloroplast also varies from species to species, but it is constant in a same cell type. And what is the average size of a chloroplast? In a higher plants, the average size of a chloroplast is 4 to 6 microangstrom in diameter and 1 to 3 microangstrom in thickness. This is the average size of a chloroplast in a higher plant. Now, parts of a chloroplast. Outer membrane, it has outer membrane, intermembrane space, and inner membrane, and stroma, thylakoid membrane. These are the parts of a chloroplast. So let's look after it. Okay, first one is a outer membrane. It is the semi-porous membrane. Semi-porous means it is semi-permeable to few small molecules and ions, but which diffuses easily, but it is but the outer membrane is not permeable to a larger proteins. As you know, what is the meaning of semi-porous? It is permeable to a small molecules, but it is impermeable to a large proteins. And next is a intermembrane space. It is usually thin filamentous space, and space is about 10 to 20 nanometer in its diameter, and this space is present in between outer and the inner chloroplast membrane. Okay, now next one is a inner membrane. The inner membrane of a chloroplast form a border to a stroma. This form a border to a stroma. It regulates the passage of a material in and out of a chloroplast. As you know, outer membrane is semi-permeable to a small molecules and ion, but impermeable to large molecule. This membrane helps to regulate the passage of a material in and out of a chloroplast. In addition to a regulation, it synthesizes fatty acids, lipid, carotenoid are synthesized in a inner chloroplast membrane. Now next is a stroma. Stroma is a aqueous fluid like alkaline aqueous fluid like which is protein rich. Okay, it is a protein rich and it is a fluid substance. Okay, and it is present within the inner membrane of a chloroplast. As it is mentioned in the inner membrane, it forms a border to a stroma. The stroma is present within the inner membrane of a chloroplast, and the space outside the thylakoid space called as a stroma. In stroma, as you know, stroma is a liquid portion. So the chloroplast DNA, chloroplast ribosome, thylakoid system, and many granules and small proteins are floating in a stroma. Okay, as you know, it is a liquid structure. So many molecules are floating in the stroma. And one thing need to mention here is the chloroplast has its own DNA. Chloroplast has its own DNA. Okay, and it has a 70S ribosome. And this ribosome, due to this ribosome, it resembles the structure of a prokaryotic. It resembles the structure of a prokaryotic nucleus or prokaryotic cell. Okay, hence it is called as a semi-autonomous organelle. As you know, mitochondria is also semi-autonomous organelle because it has its own DNA, and chloroplast also has its own DNA. Hence it is a semi-autonomous organelle because this chloroplast generate 10% of their protein requirements by their DNA itself. Okay, getting? Is it right? Okay. Next, the thylakoid system. The thylakoid system is suspended in a stroma. This system is suspended in a stroma. The thylakoid system is a collection of a membranous sac-like thylakoids. This is the structure of a thylakoid. When this thylakoid arranged one above the other, this total thylakoid structures is called as a grana. Okay, this structure is called as a grana. Sac-like thylakoids, and the chlorophyll is found in a thylakoid, and this chlorophyll is present in a thylakoid membrane, and it is a site for a process of light reaction of a photosynthesis to happen. The thylakoid are arranged in a stacks, one above the other, known as a grana. Okay, grana. Each granum contains 10 to 20 thylakoids. Okay, each granum contains 10 to 20 thylakoids. Okay, I'll show you the structure of a chloroplast. Now, as you know, this is the structure of a chloroplast. This is the outer membrane, this is the inner membrane. These structures are thylakoid, and the collection of this structure is called as a granum, and the space outside this structure, here this space is liquid filled space called as a stroma. Okay, and these thylakoid membranes are attached to one another by a stroma lamellae. That this is called as a lamellae. Okay, this is called as a lamellae, stroma lamellae. Okay, and one thing I need to mention here is the dark reaction takes place in a liquid portion stroma, while the light reaction takes place in a thylakoid. Why? What is the reason behind this? The dark reaction takes place in a stroma because the dark reaction takes place even in the presence of light. It may take place in the absence of a light. But as you know, thylakoid is filled with the chlorophyll pigment. As you know, thylakoid is filled with the chlorophyll pigment, and it helps in the process of photosynthesis. Then it requires light to produce energy. Therefore, it requires light to produce the energy. Hence, this reaction is called as a light reaction, and light reaction takes place in a thylakoid membrane. Okay, because it is filled with the chlorophyll. Now, we will look the functions of a chloroplast. The absorption of light energy and conversion of it into a biological energy. The main function of a chloroplast is to absorb the light energy and convert it into a biological energy such as ATP, which is required for a cell. Okay, and the second function of a chloroplast is production of NADPH2 and evolution of oxygen. The second function of chloroplast is to produce NADPH2 molecules, and it evolves or it releases the oxygen through the process of photosis of water. Okay. Next, the third function of a chloroplast, it helps to produce the ATP by photophosphorylation. It helps to produce ATP by the process of photophosphorylation, and NADPH2 and ATP are the assimilatory powers of photosynthesis, and this chloroplast helps to transfer of carbon dioxide from air. The carbon dioxide which is available in air, it transfers the carbon dioxide CO2 molecule into a 5-carbon sugar in a stream during dark reaction. Now you know what is a dark reaction. It takes place in a stroma. As I told you earlier, it takes place in a stroma. Okay, chloroplast helps to convert the carbon dioxide into a 5-carbon sugar in a stream during a dark reaction. Dark reaction is also called as a Calvin cycle. And the next function of a chloroplast, it break the 6-carbon atom. This is the 6-carbon atom. Produces a 6-carbon atom. Structure. Breaking of this 6-carbon structure into 2 molecules of phosphoglyceric acid helps to produce 2 molecules of phosphoglyceric acid by utilizing the assimilatory powers. The next function of a chloroplast, it converts the PGA into different sugar and store them as a starch. It helps to convert PGA into different sugar, and the energy is stored in the form of a starch. Okay, and the chloroplast is very important as it is a cooking place for all the green plants. As you know, the process of photosynthesis takes place in a chloroplast, and due to the process of photosynthesis, the energy is it creates a food for our plants. As you all know, that heterotrophs depends on a chloroplast for their foods. Like we human beings, animals, all depends on a chloroplast for their food, because chloroplast or plants are autotrophs. Okay, and the next function of a chloroplast, in plant, all the cell participate in a plant immune response because they lack a specialized immune cell. आपको पता है कि ये सेल्स इम्यूनिटी के लिए पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं इम्यूनिटी प्रोसेस में, क्योंकि प्लांट में स्पेशलाइज्ड इम्यून सेल नहीं है, स्पेशलाइज्ड इम्यून सिस्टम कोई नहीं है प्लांट में. दैट्स द रीज़न. नेक्स्ट, द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट फंक्शन ऑफ अ क्लोरोप्लास्ट, to make a food by the process of photosynthesis. As we all know, the process of photosynthesis takes place in a chloroplast. It produces the food. Okay, this is the main function of a chloroplast, and the food is prepared in a form of a sugar. As you know, the chloroplast absorbs light energy, carbon dioxide and convert it into oxygen and glucose. Means Food is prepared in a form of a sugar. During a process of photosynthesis, sugar and oxygen are made. During the process of photosynthesis, sugar and oxygen is released or generated using light energy, water and carbon dioxide. It uses a light energy, that's sunlight, water from the atmosphere and from soil, and carbon dioxide from our atmosphere, and convert it into oxygen and sugar. Next, light reaction takes place in a membrane of a thylakoid. Why light reaction takes place in a membrane of a thylakoid? As I explained you earlier, that thylakoid membranes are filled with the chlorophyll, and chlorophyll only helps to takes place the process of photosynthesis. That is why the light reaction takes place in a membrane of a thylakoid. And the chloroplast, like a mitochondria, use a hydrogen ion potential or a hydrogen ion gradient to generate energy in the form of a ATP. Like mitochondria, chloroplast is also like a mitochondria, uses a hydrogen ion to generate energy in the form of a ATP. And the next function, last, is the dark reaction, also known as a Calvin cycle, takes place in a stroma of a chloroplast. As I explained you earlier, that a dark reaction takes place in a stroma because it may take place in the presence of a light, it may not take place in the presence of a light, and it takes place in a stroma which does not have a chlorophyll pigment. Hence it is called as a dark reaction. It also called as a Calvin. It is also known as a Calvin cycle. So you can take the screenshot from here. This is it, and it's in a most detailed form. You can score very good marks by writing this answer in your exam, and it is useful for all other competitive exams which you are preparing for. Okay, thank you so much. Like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much.